It's Halloween night, and the poker feeling's right. Coming right off my gigantic weekend, looking to continue the upswing. A little different look in this first hand than what you're used to seeing from me. The competition did not start off nearly as weak as the past weekend, meaning I'm maybe going to actually have to play poker. Can't just wait for premiums, and made monster hands. I 3-bet a button raise to 10 with a call from the small blind. Seems like a decent spot to me. $20 to win, and many players will just raise fold from the button, since 3-bets are pretty uncommon at these live stakes, and they will be opening decently wide being in position. The button calls, we're going heads up to an ace-high flop and a gut-shot straight draw for me. C-bet seems promising. Most hands other than aces will fold, which should be numerous from 2 face cards to smaller pairs. Not the action I was looking for. Fold my 7-high, down about $100 in the early going. In for $500 now, Jack 10 suited in early position. Open it up to 15, getting many callers. The play got more and more suspect as the night wore on, and even more so in the early morning, as you shall see later. About as good of a flop as I could ask for. Top pair on a disconnected board, 2 pair being highly unlikely, losing to pretty much exclusively sets of 6s and 3s, plus higher kicker 10s. I bet 60 to get value from draws, smaller pocket pairs, as well as deny equity to other hands. Getting 1 call from a reg player, whom is from Brazil. He has made it in an earlier episode. I deem him a tight thinking player. So not liking the spot as much anymore, thinking many 10s with higher kickers are in his range. Turn is a 5 of clubs, and an awkward position for me, since it would be kind of a merge play to bet here. He could easily have a draw, and I would get some value or have him fold out as equity, but he could have a higher kicker than me, and I possibly could get him to fold, which means I'd be bluffing, representing an overpair. I decided to check it back. Seems fine. River is an 8. If I faced a bet, I would be in a tough spot. He checks, though. Looks even more like a showdown value 10. A missed draw might bluff at it. After I check, he shows queen 10. I muck. Another 100 down, and in for 500. About even after winning some basic small pots. Great time to change that, with ace-king suited and raise it up to 15. Bearded brother calls in seat 9 and seat 1, who recently moved to our table. Great flop. I continue, and getting the button to call. Not the best turn in a second 9, but weaker kings are still more of his range than 9s, I would think. I keep the pressure on with $75, and he calls. River is a complete blank. I bet 180, putting a hand like king-queen in a really tough spot. Hard to fold top pair. He is distressed, and I'm feeling good about where I'm at. He takes some time before deciding on a call. I confidently flip over my hand, but it's no good. Ace-9 of hearts takes it down. It turns out he was conflicted about calling or raising, not calling or folding. Still think the line is fine. Things just aren't going my way this Halloween night. I brought $800 for 2 buy-ins, and this is the last of it. My stack is dwindling down, though. Pocket 10s in the cutoff, and raise a limper to 15, getting 4 callers. This is looking like either my time to more than double up, or leave down 800. Flop is amazing. Top set. After I bet, the new player that limped goes all in, as I snap call. Turns out, though, that straights are better than sets, as he shows Jack 9. Pair the board, please. Jack means I will gladly take a 9 for a chop. JK, LOL. At around $450 now, playing well into the morning. I was there from 8 to 4:30, waiting patiently the last 3 hours for one hand against one player specifically. This next hand is why I was so adamant about staying that late, or early, however you think about it. because of one player that showed up. Just watch, no voice commentary is necessary. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this guy high or something? And you know what? If you thought that, you would be correct.
Hey man, am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
He did a very similar play actually with 10-7 offsuit and lost a 4-way all-in pot against seat 2 when she had pocket queens. He did get lucky a few times, once rivering a jack when he had pocket jacks and the opponent had kings. He lost 100 buy-in quickly, then ran up his next buy-in to about 800. He told me his fortune was because of the great stuff he was smoking. I was not leaving till he left. This is the one hand I was waiting for. 6-5 offsuit, in the big blind, limped pot. Flop is intriguing, a gut shot with 2 diamonds. High as a kite, bets 10 with a call on the button, and I want to spike a 4. Nah, no 4. I do pick up a double gut shot now though, and offsuit 8 would be basically the nuts also, with Jack 10 and 10-6 being very unlikely. Bet of 20 and a call. I'm not going anywhere, getting 4-1 with plenty of money behind. Come on. 4. Yes. I just lead out for 70 with the nuts, not knowing what the players have, to be honest. Check backs would be devastating, though. A raise is more what I had in mind. 201 more for me, and I go all in. He says if you got the straight, you got me, showing pocket 9s for top set. So he actually had a big hand this time. He also says he knows he should have left earlier, then did right away, cashing out his remaining chips. Got what I wanted, now it's bedtime.